Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I was thinking to talk about something that I've introduced in previous videos, and it's very important for what's to come as the energy unravels and grows and changes everything inside and out. And the importance of abstract thinking, it's something that you should be aware, because it is at the base of everything that you see and understand as physicality, materiality, form, shapes, everything that you understand as present in this reality, and actually beyond that. And behind all that, there is one thing that unites all of these things, all these creations, and that is math or mathematics, which is actually the language of source. Well, it's more than just that, because it's combined with physics and chemistry and other things, but math is that thing that is behind everything that we understand as physical and present here in this reality, including ourselves, our bodies, and anything else. So math or mathematics is at the base, of everything, and is part of intrinsic processes and equations, although they might not be apparent for people. People at this point in energy, that mathematics is at the base of even of a blade of grass, or I don't know, flower or whatever. But of course, if you've studied a little bit of sacred geometry, you might understand that. But it's more than just that, because we talk about equation, and that's algebra and other things. And then we go into describing processes, and then we include physics, and then chemistry, and all this kind of things. And all of this, they work together, and they express in different ways at different levels of energy. So mathematics, as I said, it's like the code behind everything that is seen as the rendering of this reality. Is so important, because it's the thing that also influences our technology. And it started with just really abstract things. When you are in school, nobody tells you, I don't know if maybe you're lucky or not, but I wasn't one of those to be told by my math teacher, mathematics is a language, and you can do this and this with that. Aside from the basic things that we use math for in our lives, which is pretty simple if you think about it, just addition, multiplication, things like that. So, but when you go a little bit deeper and you start to use it on different areas, sectors of life, then you see, okay, so actually mathematics is pretty awesome, and actually helps every area of life, including design, including informatics, IT, information technology, everything. And as I said, all these things started with people introducing them. So source, as in different times, different periods in energy, has chosen different vessels through which certain ideas, certain abstract ideas have expressed themselves, everyone bringing a piece or more, whatever, of the puzzle. And as the energy would grow, there were other people picking up those things, and then their energy and their awareness would actually would come to another conclusion. So those things will actually become something new, when somebody would understand, okay, all this abstract thing can actually be used this way. Just a little example, look at electricity. Discovering the electricity has changed the entire game. Nobody in the beginning thought, oh wow, we're going to have computers now, or we're going to have this. That was not even in the awareness of people, because as I said, we lost that energy. So even if in other times those things have been available, as the energy grew, those things is as I said, they come in increments and steps, and certain vessels bring in a certain piece of the puzzle or more or whatever, and then others come and then they put together that, synthesize, and then it's like, okay, we come to new conclusion, and this process repeats itself and over again as the energy grows. So we are able to have more and more abstract concepts, and they become more normal to us, and then we don't feel that they are abstract anymore. And going back a little bit to what I was saying about, so just think about the electricity, how important that is to have it in our lives. Well, without electricity, we will be like right now, like in the Middle Ages. We would still use candles. We would still not have all this technology that actually is supported by or runs on electricity, so, or electric current, and other things, of course, discovered in physics. But then, as I said, these are working together. And yeah, just think of this. It's like, so somebody discovers electricity, and then, but this is like in the infancy of that idea, the awareness of that is like, it's very limited. Okay, now we can have, I don't know, street lamps, or I don't know, we can illuminate our own homes and things like that. And then you discover, oh, we can do more things with that. We can have trolleys. We can have now, well, obviously becoming a trend, having electric cars. We use them on our computers. Actually, any piece of technology that we use, radio, phones, everything is like so. Absolutely everything basically runs on that or with that or whatever. So it's really big to understand the fact that these are two so important, and these things are spiritual. As I said last time, everything is spiritual. And it's important not to diminish the importance of science and abstract thinking, because these are the things that are going to move everyone forward. And that's why I said it's important for everyone actually to understand that the more one creates, the more one elevates inside themselves and develops this abstract thinking, it helps one to bring forward new ideas, more complex ideas, things that brings change, and everyone can do their little their piece, and then there's this new awareness that is starting to like spread, and then new conclusion can form, and then new ideas spring forth, and then again the process. So it's like on and on and on. And this is also due to, I mean, this jump also in technology and what we have seen happening in our lives in the last 100, 150 years is due to all these discoveries in science. So that is also really important to how we will continue from now on. And I know there's a lot of people that, even in the science world, that are not really aware of this, let's say, more subtle part of what it's understood as life, but they have other things to bring forth that will help life move forward. The best scenario is when one is in that position, when it does, I mean, is in the science world and does certain things, is that when you become aware of certain things, I mean, from the subtle work, like how life works and in what direction we're moving, then you understand that actually in order to get the best ideas, to have the most harmonious, the best directions, if you want to say, to move into, is to allow Source to inspire you to become a vessel of the clearest and the highest thought. But this only happens when one is not limited and thinking, okay, this dogma says this in science and this and whatever, so this limits me. So you have to be really courageous and open-minded in every field to understand that all these things, even like the discoveries that happened until now, a lot of them came as visions or dreams to all these people that that brought forward such great things, that brought so much progress to everyone. So yeah, it's really, really important to appreciate and understand that it's not just, oh, I'm meditating or whatever. Yes, do that if that helps you to create space. Don't do that if that actually becomes something, as I said, a block for your growth, and you become like trapped into thinking that this will make you more spiritual, and you actually lose sight of actually what's important, and you becoming a vessel of Source, and like, let Source show you things. And for that, of course, you need to be clear, to be cleaner, to have more space inside yourself. And this, as I said, this will refine you, and you will have higher thoughts, more abstract thoughts, more complex thoughts. So our reality in the future, meaning as more energy expresses, means that we will have more new thoughts, in the sense that more abstract thoughts that now seem, I mean, not even aware for most people, and I mean, or at all at this level of energy. But as one refines him or herself and opens themselves to Source and this new energies, will be able to capture in different ways this energy and translate it into something that can move things forward. But it's more than just that, because a lot of people still, as I said, see things from the level where they are. And then again, it's funny because we cannot escape paradoxes. You start where you are. So, and what happens is, like, you think, okay, I have this idea, but as you open yourself, truly open yourself, and you let Source to speak through you in different ways and to guide you, you will see that actually the initial thought is actually only the start point, because actually you are meant to express something else. Actually, I made one of the first videos I made on this channel is about, like, I forgot the title, is like how you, I'm going to put a link to this video, is actually how actually the initial thought of something, it is not always the idea that you're meant to bring into the world. It's something else, but this is the starting point, because this is your level of energy, and that's where you can start. You understand? So, and as you progress with that, you realize and you adjust course, and there's and with every little bit of energy and clarity that builds up, you realize, wow, so that was not it. It's this. I'm heading actually in this direction. So yes, so that's the purpose of cleaning oneself. It's very, very important, because this will build space inside you and allow for Source to express in different ways and help you to become more refined and express more abstract thinking, which is basically the nature of us, of ourselves, and how reality and life will be experienced from now on. It will be more and more complex, but at the moment it seems kind of really like, oh, I have no idea what that means. I mean, at this point in energy, because those things haven't been really developed. It's like, imagine like a diagram of, like, I start here, I have one point, and then this actually grows into, like, has two branches, and then each branch has, I don't know, 3 or 4 branches here, and then each branch of that has another 5, 6, and so those steps have to be developed, built. Well, and this also, as I said, this is a process of accreting energy and allowing one to actually have access to those processes, to doing those jumps in awareness. Yeah, I hope this was interesting. See you next time. Ciao. Live at the level of aspiration. Even if they do certain techniques, even they do some certain exercise, it's all in like the neat, nice, whatever thing.